Arenas are the prison you are locked in for 2 weeks or so until you can finally manage to get out. Today I'm going to be ranking which ones are the worst and which ones are the best. Training camp. This is where your journey starts, and it's not going to be a good journey because it's Clash Royale. I'm going to put this guy in A tier. Listen, training camp is your beginning. It is your first deck, which is probably going to be the standard deck because no one knows how to change a deck yet. There's not a lot of cards down here, and it's really not that fun in comparison to other arenas because it's really just bots down there. There's no real players. It's going to be that way probably until Arena 7 or so. That's why training camp is a little bit boring. When I say there's really just bots down there, I really mean the Goblin Stadium. Put this in S tier. There's no worries down here. Say you're a new player in Goblin Stadium, you do not know about Clash Royale, all its pay-to-win aspects, what's happening with the game, card evolutions. That's not your concern. You're just trying to enjoy the game, and I kind of respect that. That's why I'm putting it in S tier. There's no need to worry down there. There's no issue with Mega Knight, Bridge Spam players, Expo Tesla. There's none of that. This arena is very, very good. Bone Pit. I'm putting this in A tier. I remember Bone Pit just being kind of the same as Goblin. It's just kind of monotonous. Yes, you unlock like 6 or 7 new cards like Valkyrie, Barbarians, and all that, and it gets kind of boring after 600 trophies and like 20 games of the same thing. I can see why a lot of people would quit Clash Royale just because of how boring it was after a while. It's hard to find any real day 1, day 2 players down there. If you do find one, it's just gonna be a slightly tougher battle. It's not gonna be an exciting journey through this. And I would say the same thing about Barbarian Bowl. There's really not much of a difference between these 3 arenas. It's just the lower 3 arenas. Yes, you unlock some essential cards and you get to play around with them. There's no real worries about the pay to win aspects about Clash Royale, card evolutions, all that. It's not that much of a concern to you down here. Spell Valley. Now, if you haven't spent any money on the game yet, you're gonna have some problems with levels. Somewhere around Arena 4, 5, 6, you should have some leveling problems. Maybe the people are beating you in levels. It depends on your situation, how you're using your cards, how you're using your gold. Remember, gold is going to be a very difficult thing to deal with down here because it's limited. And so Spell Valley, which actually doesn't unlock any spells down here, it shows a bit of a pay-to-win aspect about Clash Royale, how levels do matter and you need to buy levels using the shop. Money's always a solution, and that's how Spell Valley kind of a wake-up call to show you still have the time to save your bank account by not playing Clash Royale. Builder's Workshop, it was just kind of there. And again, it's the same situation as Spell Valley. You maybe have seen some past Royale players, golden name tags, the card evolutions down there. I mean, yeah, you unlock Hog Rider, Zap. These are really just essential cards. The card unlock is a little exciting because you get to understand what new cards are. In fact, maybe I'll put this in A tier. It's not that much of a struggle, really, compared to like Arena 22, Pancake Arena, but we'll get to that later. Pekka's Playhouse. I had a horrible time in this arena. I was kind of stuck in here because of my deck didn't really work. You unlock epic cards like Goblin Barrel, Witch, Skeleton Army. There was a little bit of an issue because I wasn't good at the time. Royal Arena. Chances are, if you're gonna quit Clash Royale, this is probably where you will do it. You're not too far deep into the game. Maybe you played for like a week or so. It's really kind of the same with these Arena 7, 6, and 5. You unlock 3 Musketeers in this arena. That's why you should keep playing. Now, I could tell you a lot about Royal Arena, but I could tell you so much more about Frozen Peak. This arena scarred me because of how annoying it was. I mean, yeah, you unlock Cannoneer here, but Cannoneer wasn't a thing when I was here. It was bad. I was stuck here for the longest time. I'm talking like a month or so in this stupid arena. You unlock Freeze, Lightning, Giant Skeleton, Battle Healer, Ice Spirit, Snowball. It is not fun. Really annoying cards like these, they're all found here. I'm gonna put this in F tier. Jungle Arena. This was kind of mid. I'll put it in B tier. You unlock like the jungle themed cards, Goblin Giant, Dark Goblin, Barbarian Hut. The most useless card in the game is down here. And that's alright, because Jungle Arena wasn't that bad. It was kind of mid, it wasn't the greatest, and it wasn't the worst. Hog Mountain. This is where your future of Clash Royale can either be really good or really bad. You unlock E-Barbs, Tesla, Expo, and Zappies. Expo Tesla is here. Now you can either deal with it really well or not deal with it really well. I'll admit it. I used E-Barb's Freeze. It was really good back then. No one knew how to counter E-Barbs. I wish I could go back to Hog Mountain, experience all that spamming again. S tier arena. Coming out of Jungle Arena and Frozen Peak, it was a breath of fresh air. Electro Valley. Another S tier. 9 legendaries are unlocked here. This really changes the way you play. I mean, with legendaries and the Tower Troop. I mean, Mega Knight, I'll admit it, Mega Knight brought me to Arena 15. People didn't know how to counter it. If you didn't have Mega Knight, you just didn't win. I used Electro Wizard 2. It was really good against Swarm, freezing the Mega Knight while you place your Mega Knight down. It was such a mid-ladder thing. This is where your mid-ladder journey starts. Maybe Arena 10 because of the E-Barbs. You gotta understand this is where all of the pain begins. Or you can manage to deal with it and be good. Spooky Town, you got Graveyard, Royal Ghost, Ghost, all of that fun stuff. Again, Spooky Town's kind of like Electro Arena and Hog Mountain. It's a mid-ladder thing, Arena 12. The good part is that you're out of low ladder. It's not a bad place to be. Put this in B tier. A lot of mid-ladder arenas are pretty bad because you got Mega Knight Spam, Expo Tesla. It's not wonderful down there. Rascal's Hideout. You could have leveling problems. You could have no gold. There's a bunch of various issues that could happen down here. Mainly because it's mid-ladder. Mid-ladder kind of tends to scar people. You unlock Electro Giant. And my personal favorite, Magic Archer. Magic Archer is a wonderful, wonderful card. You should use Magic Archer. It is mid-ladder. Again, like I said, for the last few arenas. But if you're smart, know how to place cards and build the right deck, use your tools like Royale API and stuff like that, you can get through Rascal's Hideout. Arena 14 Serenity Peak. This is where you can unlock Lumberloon. Do I have to say anymore, but it's not that bad. E-Golem, Goblin Drill. Again, this is another mid-ladder arena. It's the same Mega Knight spam, E-Giant spam. It's not too bad. For me, it only took me like 3 hours to get to this arena because I had Mega Knight. I don't have a problem with Serenity Peak. Miner's Mine, A tier. This is where you unlock Path of Legends and ranked Clash Royale. Get your ranks, get elite wildcards if you have level 14s already, and you unlock Path of Legends, which is a new thing to push, which makes you play Clash Royale more. That's a big reason why people are still playing this pay-to-win game. This is where I started becoming a pay player. I bought my first Pass Royale towards the end of Arena 15. You're kind of at the peak of mid-ladder. Mega Knight is just everywhere. I'm talking all the mid-ladder cards you can think of. They're right here, and they're waiting for you. Arena 16 Executioner's Kitchen. I hated this arena. I mean, peak of mid-ladder, and you unlock champions here, which is, it's a nice addition to the game. It makes, you only unlock Golden Knight and Skeleton King. I was stuck in this arena for 5 weeks. I could not get out. Anytime I would get close, I would just drop right back down. I could say the same about Arena 17, but Archer Queen, Mighty Miner, and it was a little bit less bad compared to Arena 16. Royal Crypt was just another arena there. It's 6,000 trophies. Royal Crypt was kind of just there. It's one of the last arenas, and you've been playing the game for quite a bit now. The Science Lecture was a little bit better for me. It went a little bit faster than Royal Crypt. It went a lot faster than Executioner's Kitchen. You unlock Little Prince and Monk. Kind of like Royal Crypt, it's another upper mid-ladder arena. Mega Knight's still not too hard to find. People are starting to be able to counter it up here. Arena 16, 17, 18. It's starting to be used less and less, and there's more deck diversity. Dragon Spa, another FT arena. I did not like this place. I was stuck here for 2 months almost. You don't even unlock anything here. This is the end of your unlocking cycle. There's nothing here to get. It's just there, and it's just being annoying, and you have to go through it if you want to get to 9,000 trophies. 6 friends in my friends list that are stuck here because they just can't get through. It's kind of like a gate lock down here. The leveling problem just gets bad. If you got through Dragon Spa, you probably deal with Boot Camp, C tier. There's no more cards to unlock past here, so again, Boot Camp is one of those last arenas. They're just kind of there to, it's nice for anyone to get through these arenas quickly, and this is one of those things that you need to go over with in life. These last arenas are kind of just like there. It's gonna be a C tier. For me, I was here for like a week and nothing much past it. 8,000 trophies, so that's fun. You're getting close to 9,000 trophies, and that's what motivates you to keep going. Kind of nice to look at your profile, 8,000 trophies. You should really be focusing on Path of Legends at this time. You know what could really kill your motivation? Pancake Arena. I hate this arena. I'm in it right now. Lower middle Pancake Arena right now. It sucks. Do not come over here. It is a bad place to be. You do not want to be here. What really sucks is that you're so close to 9,000 trophies, yet you're so far because you keep dealing with these stupid decks. If you're free to play and you have level 14 cards, you're not going to win. You'd be lucky to find a level 14 King Tower up here. I saw one person in my comment section got here and was stuck here for like 3 months. I don't want to do that. I want to get to 9,000 trophies. Speaking of 9,000 trophies, S tier arena. I've heard that 9,000 trophies, oh, I'm not up there, but it's like a playground. You don't drop from 9,000 trophies, and you get to test out your cards, test out new decks, test out your levels. You can play with level 1 cards and not have any consequences. 9,000 trophies is kind of a nice place to be. It looks great on your profile, and at that point, you should be hitting like upper champion, ultimate champion maybe. This is the final tier list, and I would tell you, this was a wonderful video to make. Let me know what your arena is in the comment section. I want to see what's happening with you guys. I want to see if you have any different opinions on these arenas. Let me know. Yeah, I'm trying to get to 9,000 trophies because it is a nice place to be out here. Follow me on Twitter, join the channel, watch my Squad Busters video, download Squad Busters.